Hey guys, you're watching Gordon Petty Fishing. I appreciate you tuning in. Do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Check back later for other videos. I'd like for you to join me on some of my fishing adventures. Hopefully you'll learn something along the way. Give you a little background on today's video. I shot this video a couple of days after my previous video where you saw me catching them on crankbait mostly. I actually went back to the same areas 2 or 3 days later after I made that video, and I actually didn't do very good at all. Didn't catch many fish. A lot of the eelgrass had come in, the wind had got up, and the eelgrass just made it impossible to fish some of the areas where I had been catching them. So I made the decision to run upriver about 6 or 7 miles into a creek that I hadn't even been in this year, just to check it out. I only had a couple hours left in my day's fishing. After I got down to this creek, Roseberry Creek, a lot of you may recognize it in the video, I started looking around and searching for grass, and I found some grass, and I started fishing the points leading into the spawning pockets, and started catching a few fish. But what you're going to see that afternoon, a couple hours of fishing. At the very end of this video, something happens in the video that I want you guys to see, but I'm going to hold out to show you that toward the end of the video, and you'll see why after I put it together. I actually go back the next day, and I have a little bit to go on to start out that day as far as catching fish, and I pretty much catch fish all day long. You're not going to see every fish that I caught. It would just the video would be probably an hour long if I showed you every fish that I caught. There's going to be a lot of little fish, but there are a few decent fish in the video. But stay tuned, and hope you enjoy the video. Well, that didn't take long. That's about my 5th cast. I forgot to have my chesty on. That's not what we're looking for, but it's a start. Hopefully they'll get bigger.
There he is. It's a decent one. He thumped it. I'm trying to be quiet. I got a boat coming up behind me. Not quiet, but hide the fish. There he is. I barely. Well, not a keeper. Chunk though. That one fooled me. I thought it was a good one. I couldn't catch up with it. Oh. They getting smaller. Woo! Thank you, fish, for not. If I hold him closer to the camera, he's huge. There he is. A lot of buck bass up very shallow. That usually means the females is probably behind us, getting ready to come in. There he is. I think I got him. I just turned around and went back through this point where I got a couple of bites. They are hitting this rattle trap good this morning. Water is clear. That's why I went to this color right here. That's an Excalibur 1 knocker. I'm not exactly sure what color it's called. It looks like maybe an IU color, ghost IU. And I'm fishing it pretty fast with the water being clear. Guys, I've had several people ask me what grass looks like on your depth finders and graphs. I'm going to show you a shot here. It's on a point that I caught a few fish this morning. I'm going to turn it around here and hopefully it'll show up pretty good. Right here's the grass. It literally looks like hair, what I call hair. It's the best way I know how to describe it. I know most of this is eelgrass with a little bit of milfoil or coontail, I should say, mixed in with it. Later on in the day, hopefully I'll find a patch of milfoil and I'll show you the difference in what milfoil looks like compared to this eelgrass. But where I've been catching fish this morning is in the little areas closer to the bank where there's holes in the grass. And right here's a hole. That's further out deeper, but there's a hole and there's a hole. But right now they seem to be up closer to the bank. At least the buck bass do anyway. I hadn't caught any big ones yet this morning, but we're going to keep poking around and casting and see what we hopefully can find. We're coming up shallow there, but hopefully, and there's a picture of what it looks like on the 2D. I about forgot. I'm gonna change screens here. I'm fishing a creek that I haven't been in. This is Roseberry Creek, very popular creek this time of the year. I haven't been up in this area, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm fishing these points that are going back into the coves. The fish are moving up. They're getting very close to spawning. I wouldn't doubt if there's possibly some fish that have spawned already. We got a 60-degree water temperature. There's a good view of just how it's just in little patches right there. And then it gets thicker out toward the point, where the point comes up shallower. I'm gonna go to a 2D shot, give you an idea of what it looks like on 2D. There's a side view, down view imaging. And there's with all three of them. The 2D doesn't do as well up real shallow. Hopefully that'll give you an idea and answer some of the questions on what does grass look like on my graph. Alright guys, what I'm doing here, I am just going down the bank looking to see if there's any grass, because I haven't fished this yet this year. And as you can see here on our right, this is grass, and from what I've seen, that is probably milfoil. The milfoil usually, if you'll notice, it has the brighter returns at the very top of it. From what I've seen, that is milfoil. I have not fished it, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's going to end up being. We're going to cross a pretty neat piece of structure right here up in Roseberry. For any of you that's fished this area, y'all know exactly what that is. But that just kind of shows how good these units are. That's pretty amazing that it shows it like that. We're coming up on a little point right here, and you'll probably see the milfoil come on out a little bit further. But I'm definitely going to fish this. Right here you see there's a few holes in the milfoil right here. That's what you want to, that's usually where the fish will be holding. Yep, I definitely want to stop and fish this. Golly, that didn't take long. My first cast. I don't think he's very big, whatever it is. Alright, where's the big boys at? I just dropped the trolling motor, literally. Yep, I was right. There it is. Milfoil. There he is. Oh. We'll try it. There we go. Well, I changed areas. Second or third cast. Landed on one. Well, that's pretty much. Ooh, pretty much the story of the day. Oh my gosh, I got a fish. I believe it's a good one. No, it's not. He was foul hooked. He was foul hooked. He ain't now though. That's a chunk. Don't think, probably right at 15, but I don't think he'll keep. I thought I had a good one. He was hooked under the chin. Oh, I don't know what that is, but they are knocking the fire out of it. But they're not taking it. I let him have it that time. Finally got him. I thought it was going to be crappie. Pulled out a little swimming worm. And I've had about 10 bites, and that's the first one I've caught. I thought it was crappie, but I may have been jerking it away from him. I let that one have it after he hit. Let's see what happens this time. I just got a hit. Oh, I let him have it too. I've been jerking it too soon. That's a little chunk. Yeah, these fish, here again, in my other video, if you heard me talking about how pale the fish were, this one here hadn't been up very long either. That's probably I'm gonna guess a 14 and a half, maybe 14 3/4 chunk. Oh, I got him on the very end of the cast. Very end of the cast. I don't know if they're just, it's what I'm throwing, but I'm getting a lot of bites. I just ain't catching very many. That's probably why I ain't catching a bunch of them right there, because they're really small. There he is. Don't know how big he is because I ain't seen him yet. He's just acting mean. Dude, that sucker thought he was 3 pounds. Man, it's been tough today. You want to get bit, pick up a shaky head. God. There he is. Dang, that one got me in. Pretty fish. They are pretty in this clear water. I should have never left this side. But I couldn't fish it a while ago. There was so much eel grass. There he is. Finally, a decent one. Golly. I'm gonna tell you, that one that I tried to was twice this big. I should have known better than trying to. Well guys, that wraps up another day here on Guntersville Lake. It was actually kind of a tough day for me. I caught several fish today. Probably won't be a whole of them on the video because there were so many, but most of them were small. I think we're right on the verge of a lot of fish coming up and being on bed based on the amount of buckfish that I caught today. Usually that means the females are behind them if they're not already up there doing their thing right now. I don't think there's a lot up there though. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up, go load this thing on the trailer. I appreciate all you guys that have subscribed. I've told several people that I feel like I can relate to a lot of you guys because I'm just your average weekend fisherman. I don't get to go every weekend, but I'm thankful for the time that I do get to go. I don't get to keep up with them like some people do. Wish I could do that, but you got a everyday job. It's hard to be on the water enough to stay with them. But anyway, again, I appreciate you subscribing. If you hadn't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. Ask me any questions that you have, and I'll do what I can to answer them and get to them as quick as I can. Again, I hope to see you guys on the water, and we'll do it again next time. See ya.